Hi, I'm Sean Brown. I'm with Visit Pensacola. This is my wife Lindy, and we are hot roast and Pinot, and we're here to try Lionfish Dip.
Good morning, I'm Captain Andy Ross with Niuhi Dive Charters. I'm also the director at the Gulf Coast Lionfish Coalition. It's a group of divers and a variety of people that are very concerned about the lionfish issue. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about lionfish and their problems. They're a very invasive species. They really will have a way of decimating the reef. They'll eat everything that's on site, especially the local artificial and natural bottom reefs out here. They affect the marine fisheries because they do eat all the bait fish on there, and there's nothing out there that really preys upon them, so there's no natural predators. Just to give you a little history on how the lionfish got here, they were accidentally introduced into the Atlantic waters off the east coast of Florida back in the 80s. Nobody really saw much of them until the 90s when they started popping up. They were starting to repopulate pretty quickly, very hardy fish. And they started to become a problem out there where they were cleaning off the reefs and eating all the fish. And eventually they worked their way down into the Caribbean, and they ended up here in the Gulf of Mexico, out here off of Pensacola beaches, probably around 2011. Since then we've seen a huge growth in the quantities of the lionfish to almost epidemic proportions, to where they're on every single reef out there, and they really are making an impact on affecting the reefs. So with that in mind, we spear a lot of lionfish, and we kind of developed a commercialization market. They're very good to eat, so we're catching them and selling them, and that's why I brought Clara here to talk about what she does with the lionfish after we sell them to her, and she can talk a little bit about some of the products that they have regarding the lionfish. So
sure.
What do you got, Clara?
Well, thanks, Andy. So I'm Clara Proctor, and I am with Edible Invaders. So our whole concept is to take an invasive species and turn it into food. So what Andy does is he catches the lionfish for us, and we take the lionfish and buy them for $5 a pound, and we turn them into dip. Now, the reason why we use dip is because the lionfish, when you fillet them, you only get about a 20% yield of the meat. That's not very much. If we're going to be a real sustainability company, if we really want a real solution to the lionfish problem, we've got to use that meat.
Right.
So we get a yield of about a 75% yield from the meat that we offer.
Amazing.
Right, it's a huge difference.
That's amazing.
And we pull the meat from the bones, or a special machine does for us, and we offer lionfish dip. And we sell it at several different restaurants around town, and we're about to launch into Joe Patty's.
Wow,
and so,
that's big.
Yes, I think so too. So because we are able to sell more dip, we're able to buy more fish, and we're able to remove more fish from the Gulf, and so it goes. And we've started a very healthy cycle to try to reestablish ecosystems in the reefs. Now, I don't know if you knew this, Andy, but because lionfish are so successfully invasive, and because they are so happy here, we are now, Pensacola, Florida is now the lionfish capital of the world. We have more lionfish in our waters here than they do in Indonesia, which is where the lionfish are originally from.
Right.
So they are happy here, and we are happy to take them out of our Gulf, because what they're doing is they're eating all the fish that we like to eat. The mullet, the snapper, the grouper, the shrimp. They eat half their body weight in food every single day.
That's right.
So we're trying to do something about it, and we need you.
You've already talked to us. Maybe tell me where you guys have your dip at.
So right now you can find the dip at Hot Roast and Pinot, at the Tin Cow, at both locations of Hopjacks, at the Elbow Room, at the Orr House, at Dave's Oyster Bar and Grill.
Right.
You can also find it at Rollo's Seafood Market in Milton. And coming soon, we have it at Joe Patty's Seafood Market.
Joe Patty. I guess I let the cat out of the bag when I said that, because you didn't say that earlier, I don't think.
It's okay. I'm very,
very
excited. Yes.
Fantastic. Everybody goes to Joe Patty to buy
Everybody
seafood.
goes to Joe Patty's.
So anyway, if you had a chance to go try some lionfish dip, those are great places to go eat it at. If you don't get a chance to go to one of those restaurants, please come to the Lionfish Removal and Awareness Day festival and tournament we're having in May 14th and 15th at Plaza de Luna down here in Pensacola. We'll have 10 celebrity chefs from Pensacola, and I think even one from New Orleans coming out.
I think so.
Famous chefs, and they're going to be cooking up lionfish the best way they can, which is all going to be fantastic, and there'll be some samples to give out. And as well, we're collecting lionfish so we can kind of have a fish fry and give out samples of regular fried lionfish. So it's just a phenomenal event.
Lots of stuff for kids.
Kids stuff to do, right?
Lots of education. You can figure out how to get your SPL, which is a saltwater product license.
Yes. Got to have that license. Got to have that license.
In order for me to buy, right?
Yeah, and so we want to do it the legal way. I think there's this is a great way to help mitigate the problem with the lionfish.
Right.
So those divers that are out there that have an SPL already, they're all set. Edible Invaders has already got the wholesale license, so they're good to go. So we'd like to get other divers and encourage other divers to bring lionfish in and sell them, and see if we can't get them a little bit more under control.
So I'd like to tell you that if you want to get involved, you can get in touch with Edible Invaders by our website, edibleinvaders.com, or our Facebook page, and it's just Facebook/Edible Invaders. I am Clara Proctor. You can email me at clara@edibleinvaders.com, and my information is on our website and also on our Facebook page.
Well, fantastic. Well, looks like we just got an order of dip delivered here, or maybe it's been sitting here.
Are you hungry?
I saw I smell something pretty good. So, is this pretty much a standard serving of what your dip is?
The amount, yes. So this is just a lionfish dip, and it is a preservative-free, or natural preservatives we have in it.
Right.
Gluten-free, MSG-free, all natural ingredient lionfish.
Looks like you're doctoring that up a little bit.
I love lime on it. Man, I love it. And so this is the delicious dip, and I'm gonna dig in. Cheers, Andy.
I think I'll try a little bit too. I may have had it before. I'm just saying that just so you bring more dip out. Let me try it with your limes. Perfect.
It's smoky and yummy.
That's number one.
That's number one.
Thank you very much.
Ready?
All right. That's good.
That is very good, yeah.